Breaking news here on the Ravens Rundown, our second video of the day as we come at you with a update that Rock Ya-Sin, former corner for the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders, is headed to the Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us as we bring you the latest on this signing. We have all the contract details, instant reaction, and more on today's show. I got to tell you, I love this signing. Rock Ya-Sin visited the Ravens a while back, and at the time, nothing came of that. But here we are, fast forward to after the draft, and the Ravens did not take one of the top corners in this draft within the first couple of rounds. Remember, they take Zay Flowers at wide receiver in the first round. Then the third round, they go inside linebacker with Trenton Simpson. And I think there was a belief of some sorts that the Ravens were, within their first couple picks, going to take a corner, and the corner would play opposite of Marlon Humphrey on the other side, right, to essentially replace Marcus Peters. Well, with Zay Flowers, they felt like they really needed to improve their receiving core, and Flowers they liked, and he was still on the board, so understand that. In the case of Trenton Simpson, was not expected to fall when he did. And now we're looking at a guy who might be replacing Patrick Queen and has a bright future. He's a very talented player and everything. It was a situation with him was they felt like, hey, he's too good to pass up. He's here. We need to take him. So that left the Ravens with a need of still trying to find that second outside corner. Here comes Rock Ya-Sin, the signing here. Let's tell you more about Rock Ya-Sin. Second round pick by the Colts back in 2019. Still a very, very young player. And last offseason, he was traded to the Las Vegas Raiders. And the one knock on him of some sorts that I think is the biggest of all of them is the injuries that he suffered. He did miss some time last year. We've seen him kind of come in and out, right? His Pro Football Focus grades last year, 65.7 overall, 65.8 in coverage. I like Rock Ya-Sin. I think what he brings to the table, he's a guy that you're not going to see come up with a ton of interceptions, right? He is more the lockdown, no-fly zone coverage corner. And every team needs one of those guys. And so he can step in right away and make an immediate impact and fill a role in a need for this Baltimore Ravens team. And you look at this secondary of what they have. We mentioned with Marlon Humphrey there. Kyle Hamilton, of course. Marcus Williams. The Ravens have invested heavily over the last several years in this secondary. They want this secondary to be elite and be the best secondary in football. And this type of move, going with Rock Ya-Sin here, it keeps it up, right? You keep up the pace. You are still a part of the discussion that you belong with the best of the best. And with the way that teams love to pass in today's National Football League, you have to have elite players in your secondary and in your corner positions. Rock Ya-Sin is a natural fit. I love the signing. We'll show you the contract details here in just a second. Let you get to know Rock Ya-Sin more. But first, what's your one-word reaction to the signing of Rock Ya-Sin? My one word is awesome. Or let me cheat and use two words. Maybe put a hyphen in there. Hell yeah. Give me your one-word reaction to the signing of Rock Ya-Sin. Let us know in the comments section what that one word is to describe the move from Baltimore going with Rock Ya-Sin. Folks, this is why we subscribe to the channel, right? Me and producer Big Tex, we hurried as fast as we could. We got a live show to do later on one of our other channels. But we said, you know what? We got to stop whatever we're doing, and we got to get this video out there talking about the Ravens making this move and this signing. Why? Because the flock deserve to know what's going on and get to know Rock Ya-Sin a little bit. So if you could do us any favor, the easiest way you can help us here on the channel is subscribing to the channel. Best part about it, it's free. And we are growing. We want to get to 10K in subs, but we need your help to get there. So if you want more Ravens news and rumors, this is a channel for you. When they make a signing, we're going to be all over it and bring you a video. Anytime they make a move of some sorts, we cover it right away here on the Ravens Rundown. Subscribe for free. Turn on notifications. We do live shows from time to time as well. Subscribe for free today. Turn on notifications, and you'll be glad you did. Now, Rock Ya-Sin essentially replaces Marcus Peters, right? And you guys know, I liked Marcus Peters. I thought he had a good run in Baltimore, that he's had a good career, but getting a little bit older now, it seemed like now was a good time to move on from Marcus Peters. And Rock Ya-Sin, as the upgrade for Marcus Peters, I think is an upgrade from Marcus Peters in that he still has his best football ahead of him. Here's a guy that, in Rock Ya-Sin, think about this, has not been in the best of situations. The Las Vegas Raiders last year with head coach Josh McDaniels were a dumpster fire. They were a mess. You go before that to when he was in Indianapolis, and Indianapolis had a lot of issues. Now you come to Baltimore, and we see what McDonald has done with this defense. He did a really good job, in particular in the second half of last year, right? And we know how good of a coach John Harbaugh is, and Eric DeCosta and the system that's in place, this Ravens team that wants to compete at a high level, and who I believe this Ravens team is among some of the best in the AFC. I think this is a really good fit for Rock Ya-Sin, that he gets a stable program that wants to contend and play hard. He's still young, and to me, his football IQ, everything about this is a win for not only the Ravens, but for Rock Ya-Sin as well. I'm pretty excited to see him in Baltimore and see this deal get done. Jordan Schultz, he broke the news of the signing. This is what he had to say. Rock Ya-Sin is signing a one-year deal with the Ravens for up to $6 million, sources tell The Score. Ya-Sin limited opposing QBs to just an 82.5 passer rating when targeted last season with the Raiders. The former Colts star is only 26 years old. And that's the thing, 26, still very young. I mean, he's my age, right? I mean, 26. I'd like to think that I still have my best years ahead of me. Rock Ya-Sin, he's got his best football ahead of him. So I feel good about the signing. Graded for me, $6 million. It is, a decent amount of money out there. But remember, the Ravens have more money to spend now because of the way they structured Lamar's contract with that extension. That money is very backloaded. And so now they have more money to spend that they didn't have otherwise with the way that his contract situation works. So shout out Lamar for getting his money figured out so they can go spend and make this roster a little bit better. Grade it for me in the comment section, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what you think of the move by the Ravens to sign Rock Ya-Sin. Hit me up on social media. Got more Ravens coverage there, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Tyler Jones Live. You can find me there, and I shall see you next time right here on the Ravens Rundown. Thanks for joining us.